Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Kufima. Today I am here to share something very interesting with you. API, Application Programming Interface. This is a word or a term that you basically or mostly hear it on the environment of technology. Yes, API, just like I said earlier, simply means Application Programming Interface. So API is just like that guy that you enter the restaurant. Should I call the guy the waitress? Yes. That is how API works. You enter the restaurant, there is this waiter there. The waiter or the waitress comes to your table. Say, what do you need or what do I get you? Then the person, you being the user, you say, okay, I need ABC, I need malt, I need jollof rice, a plate of this. Then that waiter or waitress will go to the kitchen and make sure that your order is delivered. After your order is ready, it will be that same waiter or waitress who will go back to the kitchen and make sure that they get exactly what you requested for, send it back to your table and make sure that it is well delivered. That is how API works. So let's say we have two different systems, application on the web, a mobile app. Now, let's use the web as the back end, being the system holding the logics. Let's use the mobile as the front end, being the system that holds the user interface that makes it very simple and easy for user to communicate with the backend. Now, we will need something to connect the app on the web and that of the one on the mobile together. All our data is now being stored on the web, being index numbers of students in the case of an attendance system. So we have a class of 150 students. All these students' index numbers have been uploaded to the backend on the web. How do we access it on our mobile phone? That is how API works. So API will always make sure that when you request, let's say you open your app, you try to log in, API is now going to send a request to the server that, okay, user with index number BCITS24047 with this password is asking for an approval. Is that person on the system? Is the password in sync with that of the one on the system? Is the ID same as the one stored on the system? Once your backend request gives permission to all these and it tallies, there is a permission already set with that. Once ABC aligns with that of the one on the web, grant user access. Immediately after that, you will be logged in. This happens within a millisecond depending on the network that you are using. That is basically when the system is hosted and is on the internet. That is how API works. So API is just, in a way, if we are to come on the field of technology, we will say that it is a piece of software that helps two different softwares to communicate with each other. You have software A, you have software B. API becomes the middleman that takes info from A, send it to B, and also takes one from B, send it to A whenever there is request in and request out. That is how API works. Thank you for watching my video. Please do well to subscribe to my channel.